Hello, Peter C. Hayward doing my daily Solforge video. It is 3:47 p.m. as you can see from my iPad's clock there. I haven't said this for a while. I actually, do play this on the iPad and it streams my computer and I record it there, etc., etc. In case that wasn't obvious from the way I'm always looking down at my knees. Let's see what my daily login reward was. I haven't got anything good for a while. I've gotten all basics. I've got a few rares, and I've got a heap of... I've got commons, rares, and basic booster packs. So let's see if we can switch that up today with our second reward, because I got a Nargath Bruiser there. I have, however, accrued 148,000 silver, so I'm very much looking forward to the patch. What do we got? We've got some new decks here. I won't show you that one. No, don't look, don't look. Go away. Okay, good. Because I'm considering a legendary game, all legendary deck against Bobby. We've been putting together our various legendary decks. As you can see there, it's got some red and it's got Zabraxis, I think his name is. Abraxas, I don't know. But that deck's in progress. Drobot 3.0 is there. But the one I want to work on today is bots. I've never managed to get a robot deck working. From the look of the new cards, robot decks are going to be a little bit possibly screwed by some of the new cards coming out, so I want to get it done now. So it's got all your standards. It's got one Scrap Forge, which I'm not sure about, but I don't know what to put in. It's almost entirely Aloyan, so I chucked some avatars in there. Also, it misleads people into thinking I'm playing a draw deck. But I've got 3 Bright Steel Gargoyles, I've got 3 Bright Steel Sentinels, and I've got 2 Arcflight Squadrons. So it is a very rare heavy deck, a very legendary heavy deck. But I think bot decks have to be legendary heavy. So let's give it a go. By the way, Bobby, if you're seeing that and being like, aha, he's playing Tempest, Abraxas, or whatever that character's name is, I am for now, but I haven't finalized that deck, so don't get too cocky. Because I realized that Bobby has 3 Zymuses, or at least 2 Zymuses. He has a number of Zymuses, and I have none. So in any kind of legendary matchup, I think he pretty much just wins by default. I'm going to go with Steelforged. As I said, it's a good play. Only 6/6 because of the Dreadbolt. But, oh, that's the other thing I wanted to try. Apparently there's been syncing issues, so we'll be able to watch over the video. By we, I mean me. I will be able to watch over the video and use those claps to actually make sure it all syncs up. And if the claps are out of sync, then you'll know that's because the video is still out of sync. If they're not, it means it's been fixed. I'm really well lit because this is the middle of the day. How lovely. Solforger number 1, the first Solforger. Looks like he's playing a very, very, very boring Savant deck. I could level up my Metasculpt. I won't. I'm going to chuck Steelforge in front of it because that'll be a 7/7 and a Bright Steel over. Metasculpt in this light matchup, you don't have to level up straight away. It is nice, but it's not necessary because you lose a lot of board ground and you don't need to level them up until you hit level 2. It means they're not free at level 3, but I'd rather the board ground now than the free play then. Bright Steel, very nice. Should be able to play that somewhere. Epidemic could take out that Zymus before I even take any damage. Let's see what else he plays. Zymus is another good reason to level up a Metasculpt. Lightning Spark, cool. So I'm just going to Epidemic that Zymus out of existence. And look, I do want to level my Bright Steel. If I play Bright Steel, it does basically the same thing, so let's do that. But let's first play a Steelforged in the corner. It's only a 6/6, but they level up really nicely. And I want to try to get that momentum going. Let's put a Bright Steel there so he has room to move. Possibly I should be trying to get this early damage through, but I figure I'll take out that Zymus while I can still do it with full board advantage. Arcflight, nice. I found a really tricky thing to do, a really nice thing to do in this deck is chuck a energy prison on the Arcflight, because then they have a lot of trouble taking it out, especially because there's Dreadbolts and Epidemics in this deck. But let's see how we go. Probably going to Arcflight in the corner, and then either Epidemic or Matrix Warden, depending on what he chucks out. I can't imagine a situation where I'd need to Matrix Warden. Yeah, so probably an Epidemic. I don't know. It will entirely depend on what the first Solforger plays. I'm going to point to them. They are there. I am there and here. In a very silly mood today. I'm going to Epidemic, I think, so I can take out that Dark Shaper straight away. And Arcflight in the corner. I'll move my Bright Steel along so that he has a little bit more wiggle room. Epidemic's sort of the bane of this deck from what I've learned so far. But just having the creatures survive is okay. Like, they don't have to be super powerful just because they... yeah, it's nice. It's as long as you've got a full board, a Bright Steel can really help you out and various other cards. Cool, so I got a Bright Steel there. So if my Bright Steel and my Bright Steel and my Arc Flight... So Bright Steel will probably save the Arc Flight, unless he manages to cull it. No, he's just going to ignore it. That's a risky move. What do I want to do? I think I want to Steel Forged in front of the Flame Shaper. I get a free Forge Guardian or Rian. I won't play the Rian because I am playing against an Epidemic deck. The Steel Forged here. Move this guy along to just start pounding away at the Grimgaunt. And put the Bright Steel here so that he has to lose his Grimgaunt next turn. And I'll use my free play to play a Forge Guardian Beta, which is in there mostly because it levels up really nice. Forge Guardian Beta is basically a slightly better version of a Scrap Forge. Doesn't have the crazy stats at level 3, but it does have quite good stats, honestly. Gonna have to play that Metasculpt. Hopefully I'll get to play it on a level 2 Zymus or a Flame Shaper. Yeah, I'm playing a Shaper deck, I only just realised. I always forget that I'm playing a Shaper deck until I get like to level 3, and I'm like, oh, this is really stupid and boring, isn't it? Ghastly Touch, nice play. But I'll be able to take him out with an Ionic. A free Ionic, in fact. Oh no, he's probably going to kill my Arc Flight. If he doesn't, it's weird. It's a weird play. Give me something I can Metasculpt, please. Otherwise I have to just throw it away. Because if you're versing a Zymus deck, you need to level up at least one Metasculpt. Damn. Oh well, I will I'll just Arc Flight in the corner and Metasculpt the Grimgaunt, I think. Which does mean I'm taking another 9 damage from him, but that's okay, these things happen. I would also like to... Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, that's... Oh, I don't even need to Metasculpt him now, such a waste. Well, I'm just going to discard the Metasculpt. I mean, Dreadbolt's nice as well, but Dreadbolt won't help me against the Shapers or Zymus, so I cannot afford to level that. I really like the Robot deck. I made fun of Robot decks a while back, saying they just don't work, but this one I'm pretty happy with. It's sort of like a Swarm deck in its own way. Like, you just keep on pumping stuff out with all the Arc Flights, and with the Bright Steel protecting, we get to the point where, you know, no matter what they've got, you pretty much just always have a full board. Now there's a Shaper, thank you. Jeez, that's annoying. Oh, Epidemic, and he's going to target the Forge Guardian, I think. I'm going to say yes. Because, yeah, targeting the Arc Flight won't do anything. Ah, Bright Steel, interesting. Interesting play. I'm going to Epidemic and then play a pair of Bright Steel Gargoyles, I think. Boom. Now you can take out my Bright Steel Gargoyle, but it means you have to ignore everything else I got on the board. So I expect that you won't, but you can't do any normal damage to it. See what I mean? Like, 10 damage is not a lot, especially because I'm up against a deck that's going to get much bigger than me very fast, but it's just nice to, like, they just keep on, even after a few Epidemics, they just keep on pounding out that energy. Pounding out that energy. Level 2 Epidemic. Killing off... Yeah. He's going to take up my Arc Flight, or is he going to do something else that I don't know what? If my Bright Steel is still alive, which I'd be surprised with, I'll probably Matrix Warden him. Will that take him out? Yes. No. No, it will not. Ah, I want my frickin' Metasculpts. Why do I not have Metasculpts? If I Epidemic and then Matrix Warden, I take out the Dark Shaper. It means I can't do anything against that Zymus. But that is just sometimes the way of things. And my Bright Steel survives on 1 health. Yeah, Epidemic is the bane of this deck. It does pretty well against most other matchups. Even like the Rush Utera decks it does okay against. I mean, the deck I'm up against now of like Shapers and Zymus is pretty hard to deal with no matter what. Oh, that's not great. Solforge to really weaken when I get... I've only got 4, I think. I've got 3 Epidemics, 2 Dreadbolts. So I've only got 5 non Aloyan cards, but it really screws you over when you get hit by them all at once. Currently my Epidemic clears the board completely, which is nice, except for that Zymus, which I can chuck Steelforge down in front of, that's fine. Must have drawn all level 1s, which means I'm facing a lot of level 2s and 3s coming up. Boom. And I think that's the only turn that really makes sense. It's going to be 9, 7. Blah. Blah. At least my 4 damage gets to go through. I should have probably hit him before I replaced out Steelforged with the Steelforged. Ooh, that's a nice hand. Metasculpt to deal with any level 3 Zymuses that he plays, which I kind of hope he will, because this is one of the only turns I can deal with it. I'll play it against a Shaper, that's okay by me. 2 Shapers, really, dude. So I'm going to start with Steelforged and then Metasculpt the Shaper who he's not in front of. It's not ideal play, but it's all I got. Because Shaper, as I'm sure you're aware of my opinion on this, is, to my mind, a massively overpowered card. But Steelforge avatars do okay against it. What do we got? Matrix Warden, very nice. Brightsteel Gargoyle, very nice. I'll probably chuck the Brightsteel down in front of whatever he plays next, and then Matrix Warden to give it some oomph. And let my Matrix Warden slowly trade out with the remaining Flame Shaper. Unless he draws a level 3 Dreadbolt, but I don't think he has a level 3 Dreadbolt. I'm not doing amazingly, but I'm doing okay. I'm at 91 health. So the robot deck is basically a deck of little walls. He's got some big Shapers coming out, which I don't think I can even possibly beat. Oh, I do want to kind of play that Metasculpt, don't I? Plays a level 2 Dark Shaper, or if my Steelforge gets taken out before I can do anything. I will play that Metasculpt against a Shaper, but I don't think it'll come to that. Zymus. What else we got? I'd like to level up that Metasculpt a lot, because we are going into round 4. And I will need it, so yeah, I'm probably going to end up leveling up that Metasculpt. Yeah. What do we got? Everflame Phoenix. I mean, it's not a great thing to Metasculpt, but yeah, sure. No, I'm just going to discard it. So he doesn't know I have it. Do I want to take 6 damage and leave my Brightsteel alive? No. He's got enough armor to survive. There's a bigger threat at the moment in that Steelforged avatar, which are quite nice. Even in a non-Drawforged deck, they're just a nice card. Pair of Brightsteels. I will happily play them because we're going to level 3, and I will play level 4, and I'll want my level 3 Brightsteels to survive against the various threats I'll be facing. Because Brightsteel level 3 is particularly good at like just getting that last bit of damage through. It's really, you can't take them out, and they can like move around and make sure that damage goes through. So even though I'm playing a double Shaper deck, I think my deck's standing up okay. I don't expect to win this, but I think this shows that the deck stands up okay against a deck type, that one, that we know for a fact is broken because they're patching it. So yeah, this is my bots deck. I'll pull up the deck listing, and at the end you can tell me your thoughts. And why do I never draw my Metasculpt at the right time? Damn you, Metasculpt! The Flame Shaper is going to take out my Brightsteel unless he plays level 1 Epidemic, which I don't think he has. He's not going to take out my Brightsteel, I would say. Oh, right, but that will. Yep, that'll do it. I think I'm just going to Brightsteel in front of the Dark Shaper and Brightsteel in front of the Flame Shaper. Means I'm taking 5 damage, but I'm okay with that. 5 damage never hurt anyone for 5 damage, except for me, pretty soon. And like I said, I really do want to have all my Brightsteels going when we hit player level 4, so that is a good play. It's down to 38, so 2 Brightsteels, if they can get them both to hit, will take him down to 32, but he's probably going to Epidemic him. That's a nice hand. I didn't get to play Mark Flight last time. Hopefully I will this time, but I'm not. Ah, damn it. Damn you, Zymus. Probably going to chuck a Brightsteel in front of Zymus, I think. Like, I'll get my alive Brightsteel to do the damage that he's doing, and then move him over and take out, and get him to just block Zymus. block Zymus and die, but delay the damage for hopefully long enough for me to get one of my freaking Metasculpts. I got a free Metasculpt in here somewhere, so that'll be very nice. I don't know if he can actually take out my Arc Flight in one turn, unless he draws like Flame Shaper level 3. Oh, Dreadbolt, that's nasty. That's fine. I'm going to play Bright Steel in front of the Zymus, an Arc Flight in front of... maybe in front of the Dark Shaper. He'll take 6 damage. And it gives my Bright Steel more mobility, so I might do that. He's going to take either 5 or 6 damage, and 6 damage does leave him vulnerable to, what, 2 Dark Shaper strikes, or... yeah, no, there's nothing that he wouldn't have been vulnerable to already. So, if I can keep him alive and draw... no good robots. Solforge Avatar is, in fact, a cyborg and not a robot. As I learned from... no, I learned from looking at the card, for one, but there was a Fidesane video a while back where he kind of relied on it being a robot and it wasn't, and he lost. Ah, no! My Flight Squadron should survive this unless he plays level 2 Epidemic. Level 1 or 2 Epidemic. I can't take that guy out. I can bring him down to 12. And, Static Shock, nice. So there's my Arc Flight gun. I can chuck a Steel Forge in front of him and then Epidemic. And I can move my Bright Steel to block Zymus. That's about all I can do. Ooh, that's nasty. That's double nasty. I forgot that Static gives you more spells. Look, if I Epidemic and then move him over, I can take out his Dark Shaper with my Bright Steel. It means I'm vulnerable to Zymus. Oh, no, I'm not invulnerable to Zymus because I can just chuck something in front of it and he'll be weakened. So that's Epidemic. Because I really want to take that Shaper out. It's going to destroy me otherwise. And am I going to survive to play level 4? If I am, the right move is a Forge Guardian Beta. If I'm not, the right move is the Steel Forged Avatar. No matter what, he's going to be just blocking Zymus, so I'll play this guy. Now my Bright Steel has full mobility. He is weak to any kind of Shaper or Epidemic or anything like that, really. But if he survives, Metasculpt, yes. So, if he survives, he can take out Zymus. Or anyone can take out Zymus, actually. Maybe I should have left Zymus, because he only does 10 damage. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Because he was weakened, I could have just taken that 10 damage. I'm going to have to Bright Steel onto Zymus. There's no other way. Now what he wants is an... no, okay, that's also really good. Damn it. Dammy, dammy, damn it. Okay, I'm pretty fucked from here, I think. There's not much I can do against those dual threats. I can Steel Forge in front of the Dark Shaper, but it just doesn't do... I can Steel Forge in front of Zymus. I'm pretty fucked no matter what I play here. Possibly I should have just gone for aggression there, just like done the damage straight to the head, but I couldn't afford to let that... Oh god, this is nasty, because he's going to be able to take my Steel Forged out before it even kills Zymus. Probably play another Zymus. Do 25 damage from that. I do have a free Metasculpt, which is nice. So free Metasculpt, and I take out the Shaper, so I don't even need to Metasculpt the Shaper. And it's Steel Forged. Oh god, damn it! Yeah, Zymus. Yeah. God damn it. I'm going to Bright Steel... no, I'm going to Steel Forged Avatar in front of... it doesn't really matter, I'll Steel Forged Avatar here. I've lost this next turn, I think, guaranteed. I just can't do enough to deal with all the various threats. Free Metasculpt there, Bright Steel here. We're taking 28, 38 damage. So I can survive if... no. Why did I take damage then? Oh, right, that's Zymus. Yeah, okay, so I'm dead. Anyway, that's my new bots deck. I would play another game, but I've got other things that I need to do. I would like to show you how it works against a non-broken deck, because I think that Zymus, combined with the double Shaper decks that they're nerfing, is broken. And I'm basing that not on being a sore loser, but on the fact that they're fixing it, so they know it's broken. Anyway, that's all for me. I'm Peter Hayward. Thanks for watching. I'll see you probably tomorrow.